Hi, day 68 of our lockdown here in Peru, and the government has just announced today, our president, that we are going on in some form, shape or form until the 30th of June. Still having an evening curfew from 9 p.m. until 4 a.m. And some businesses are allowed to open up, but still with masks, social distancing. So I think for me, the most effect this has had is how I minister to my community. It's very difficult. Some don't have smartphones. We're not able to communicate in the way that we did before. We're very much a family church in the community. And so we're doing services on WhatsApp, moving messages over, and everything was going quite well until last night that my WhatsApp collapsed and I lost everything, all my messages, everything. So I've still got some photographs and I've still got some bits and pieces that other people can send me back. So that is a real difficult time when you open something up and everything's just disappeared. So I think for me, the difficult is the technology, not feeling you're actually able to engage with people on a personal level. And that's very difficult when people are going through problems and they want to talk. Talking down a telephone doesn't really engage as the way it should do, really. So for me, it's hard. Although one advantage that I have is I live in the church, so I live in my parish area. And I go out once a week to visit a few people around here, probably about 5 or 6 families that still are around here. But again, it's distancing. I take food. I've given some money and find some medicines and just encourage them, take materials, reading materials for them, print off things that we're doing on the WhatsApp if they're the ones that aren't able to have that technological connection. So there is some connection, but it's very difficult. The other thing is the building's very quiet. The church building where I live is usually every day from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. We've got people coming in and out, so 8 staff working, 100 children coming with parents, not every day, but throughout the week. So it is a big difference here now that. So yeah, so my therapists are working remotely. They are checking in with their children, but it's very difficult. Our children have a range of disabilities. Mainly autism, learning difficulties, some cerebral palsy and Down syndrome, but it's very difficult. They are doing virtual school as well. Our government said there's no school now until next March when the new term year starts. So some children hadn't even got to school. They don't know who their teacher is. They haven't met their classmates. And I think it's going to be very difficult socially for a lot of children. And it's very difficult for a lot of parents. Some of our parents around here haven't even finished primary education themselves. So if they're trying to do help with more help than usual for their children in homeschooling, it's going to be really difficult for them. Yeah, things have changed. You know, I used to going out doing things, visiting, doing lots of things. So it is really hard. And also the atmosphere here in the street is quite difficult. People around here live hand to mouth. A few people have got some businesses going on in their homes. We have a man repairing bicycles across the road. Other people are still cooking and trying to sell things. People have got shops in their homes. And so people are trying to do whatever they can to provide income for their family. And the government's been providing some bonuses, which have been good, and a few of my families have had that. So really it's affected terribly. And the other thing for me is that I was due to be at home at this time. I was due to be with you, with my family, and so that for me this last week I think is really emotionally taking a toll for me. The day when I was getting on that plane was quite a difficult day, and I think for lots of us we had plans, we had things that we decided we would do. I spent a lot of time organising my routines and my flights and my visits, and now that's not going to be. So I'm staying here with my folk. I'm supporting them in any way I can and just trusting God for wisdom about how we move on in the future with the therapy centre, how we continue supporting people pastorally in my community. So thanks for this time to be able to share with you, and God bless.